All right, let's just jump right in. When you picture a world-class vineyard, you're probably thinking of, the rolling hills of Tuscany, maybe the misty valleys of Bordeaux. But what if I told you that one of the most incredible, most innovative wine regions on the entire planet is somewhere you would never, ever expect? Today, we are heading into a true agricultural marvel, Brazil's desert wine oasis. I mean, just look at this place. This is the Sertão, Brazil's semi-arid, sun-scorched northeast. We're talking high temperatures, not a lot of rain, and just intense sun all year round. It seriously seems like the last place on Earth you could possibly grow the delicate grapes you need for fine wine. And yet, right in the heart of this desert, along the São Francisco River Valley, they're not just making wine. They are harvesting grapes from the exact same vines 2 times, every single year. Now that is something you just don't see anywhere else in the world. It completely rewrites the rulebook on winemaking. So the big question is, how on earth is this even possible? Well, it all kicks off with this incredible combination of a massive river and some seriously clever human ingenuity. This isn't just about farming. It's about building an entire ecosystem where, by all rights, one shouldn't even exist. To really get how wild this is, we've got to talk about terroir. It's a fancy French term, but the idea is simple. It's the sense of place in a wine. It's how the climate, the soil, the landscape, all of it gives a wine its unique personality. And traditional terroir, it depends on a very specific, natural set of conditions. And this is where you can really see the difference. I mean, it's night and day. Traditional winemaking absolutely needs a cold winter so the vines can go dormant, take a nap. It relies on natural rain, and you get one harvest a year. The São Francisco Valley, it just tosses that whole playbook out the window. You've got constant sun, and the water is completely controlled. And that allows for not 1, but 2 managed growing seasons. And here it is, the secret weapon. The San Francisco River is the absolute lifeblood of this whole operation. Who cares if it doesn't rain when you can control the water supply down to the drop? Using amazing tech like drip irrigation, the growers can give these vines exactly what they need, precisely when they need it. They've basically turned a desert into a perfectly managed vineyard. So, all of this leads us to the most mind-bending part of this whole story. The double harvest. This is where the growers aren't just working with nature anymore, they're actively bending its rules to their will. 2. Just let that sink in. 2 full harvests from the very same plant in 1 year. In any traditional wine region, people would say you're crazy. Here, it's just how they do things. So how do they pull off this magic trick? It's like a carefully choreographed dance in 4 steps. First, they harvest and prune the vines, hitting the reset button. Then, and this is the genius part, they create a fake winter. They cut back the water to trick the vine into thinking it's time to rest and go dormant. When they're ready for round 2, they turn the water back on. That irrigation is like an alarm clock, a wake-up call that tells the vine, okay, time to start a brand new cycle. And just a few months later, boom, a second harvest.
Okay, so we've covered the how, which is amazing, but what about the what? I mean, what kind of wine do you get from all this sun, all this control, all this ingenuity? What does wine from a tropical desert actually taste like? Well, it turns out that all that intense sun and heat is absolutely perfect for certain grapes. Syrah has become the big star down there, producing these really rich, full-bodied reds. Cabernet Sauvignon loves it too, getting super structured. And on the white side, you get Chenin Blancs that are unbelievably fresh and crisp, perfect for the climate. And Moscato, it just explodes with these beautiful aromatic floral notes. This quote really nails the signature style of these wines. You get this huge burst of ripe, tropical fruit thanks to all that sunshine. But what's really cool is how the 2 harvests can taste different. One harvest might give you wines that are brighter with fresher fruit flavors. The other one, just a few months later from the same vine, might be richer, more concentrated. It's like giving a winemaker 2 different palettes to paint with from the very same plant. All right, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture here. This wine oasis didn't just appear overnight. Nope, it's the result of decades of hard, pioneering work that has totally transformed this region's economy and really its entire future. The whole journey kicked off way back in the 1960s, mostly with table grapes. But by the 80s, some forward-thinking people saw the potential for fine wine. A huge moment came in 2007 when the area got its official geographical indication. That's a big deal. It's a stamp of quality that protects its unique identity. And today, it's a globally recognized center for tropical winemaking. And the impact is just massive. I mean, think about it. When you double the harvest, you basically double your production. This doesn't just power the wine industry itself. It's fueling a massive boom in wine tourism. It's creating steady, year-round jobs in a region that's been historically poor. And it's made the Vale a hub for cutting-edge agricultural research. But hey, it's not all a walk in the park. There are definitely some big challenges ahead. Managing that precious river water sustainably is absolutely number one. Building a global reputation to compete with the old guard wine regions, that's a constant battle. Plus, they're dealing with the same things as everyone else. The pressures of climate change, finding skilled workers, and just the sheer distance to major markets. So, what's the big takeaway from all of this? Well, the Valle do São Francisco is so much more than just a weird exception. As all the traditional wine regions start to face their own serious climate challenges, this Brazilian miracle is a powerful lesson in human ingenuity and adaptation. And it really forces us to ask a huge question. In a rapidly changing world, could the future of wine look a lot more like this desert oasis?